blessed evening. I am having a blessed evening. So, I'm back with part two. This is error correction on my part. You can look at my descriptions, right? In part one, I made part one out of it, right? So, um, I corrected my error because inside my thumbnails, I had a light-skinned young man, one of the indigenous people, and named and called him Corey. But I had Trey picture right, but the man on my right was wrong, and the man on my left was right, which was Trey. He was right, but Corey was a light-skinned man of the indigenous descendants of the earth. I had that wrong. Inside of the video, I was talking about both of them because I was led to believe that it was two indigenous people of the land. Come to find out, one was white and one was black. All right. It was hard for me. It was hard for me to basically to do this part two. I had to make part two because I had to correct actually the thumbnail and a little bit of my video, my topic. So I'm not gonna delete it. I'm gonna keep the topic up because in my videos about Quakers, right? About Quakers, we had Quakers all around America that was helping out the indigenous people of Abel that actually know the truth about Cain and Abel. May peace and blessings be upon Abel. Cain killed his brother. They are called Quakers. They're a different name now. And they have always existed. Quakers have always existed. They actually study and read the original Bible, the original text of the Bible. And me personally, I know they speak Aramaic and they speak Hebrew. Yes, I know they do, but they're not going to tell you, they're not going to disclose that to you because there's certain things that they keep among themselves, but they are Quakers. There's a different name and they are white. These are the individuals that understand and know the assignment of the Alpha Omega, the creating everything existence, and stand on integrity and stand on business and uphold balance and justice upon the earth in themselves. There's many records of people being lynched and murdered by a white mob, by basically the other side of Cain descendants. This is an actual true fact. I got to tell you the truth, and people need to hear this, right? Some of the records is not put out there, but there's a book that I had about the 13 colonies of America, and allegedly everything else was black and nobody was there, which is lies. We know that to be true. But under these 13 colonies, right? 13 states, it wasn't state, they call it colonies, right? One of them was New York, one of them was Delaware, one of them was I think Boston, South Carolina, North Carolina, I think. And those are the ones I can name. I lost that book. That book had very, very powerful information. And in these books, right, they actually had the numbers of the white people that was lynched along with the black, I can say black, the indigenous people of America that been here way before all of this stuff was going on. They are the indigenous people of this land of America, which is a blessed land. They was here. The reason why I'm doing this story, because this story is needed. And this brother, Zach, he got lynched around the same time that Reed got lynched up in this University Delta, up there, hanging from a tree with broken bones. Corey also was lynched, white man. We don't know why. We can only speculate, but we know that in history in Mississippi, right? There was they're gonna just not record everything, but there was a lot of lynchings of white people. That's right. There was a lot of lynchings of white people that was helping a lot of the individual descendants out, keeping balance and justice. They was lynched and murdered. It's an actual true fact. They're not gonna record everything, but this is an actual true fact. I want to read some of it. See if I can read some of it. Okay? Bear with me. So, in Clinton massacre, in the leading to a political election, white Democrats attacked a Republican rally that include black residents and they white allies. In the in-use violence, 3 white men was killed alongside dozens of black people. The violence was a part of a large portion of white Democrats using terroristic to suppress the black votes and regain political power after restructuring. So you see this. I'm gonna read it again. A dozen of black men got murdered, and amongst them 3 white allies was murdered and lynched right along with them. Then in 1883, Yazoo City incident, after a black man named John James allegedly sided a white mob demand to whip James. When white man Ford tried to de-escalate the situation, he was hit on the head and arrested with 10 other men. An angry mob broke into the jails and murdered Ford, 3 other men. These are all incidents that happened in Mississippi. This all happened in Mississippi. So Mississippi has, right? It has a trait of white people, right? And I like to call them Quakers. These are our brothers and sisters that ride with us for the oneness and stand on business for the Alpha Omega, the creating everything existing. See, a lot of this history is not told among us, but I know this history because I read this history. A lot of this lynching, a lot of white people, a lot of Quakers was murdered. Do they descend still and exist and they white? Yes, they are. A lot of their descendants got murdered during these lynches by supporting the indigenous people because they know the actual truth about the heritage of Abel. They know the truth about where they descended from and how Cain killed Abel and how they got debased by the Alpha Omega, the creating everything existing, and they know and understand why Cain descended. Cain, melanin was snatched from him for killing his brother. And while winter is abnormal, they know the truth. But if they tell the truth, but we already know the truth, you can step up. We're going to support you. You support us. During a pushback as this land was overtaken. And I know and understand, if you had to go in, your whole lineage would have been wiped out. You wouldn't be here right now to help us. That's an actual true fact. So we've seen a lot of this go on. You see, it says Democrat, right? And I'm gonna keep it real with you. As you go down, and you can look, you know, it's on the records. You can look at the lynchings, right? And you could just type up and say, white people that got lynched in Mississippi, white people that got lynched in North Carolina, South Carolina. They lowered the numbers, but many of them got lynched right along with us. If it was 10 of us, it was probably 5 of them that got lynched, because they wanted to keep the balance and justice upon the earth, inside the earth. These are Quakers, and they stand on the real business of scriptures, and they worship the Alpha Omega. They understand the assignment. It's an actual true fact, and there's a lot of them. It's not a whole bunch of them, but there's a lot of them, because they stand for what's right and forbid what's wrong. This is an actual true fact. I'm telling you the truth. Now, I'm not saying that in this incident that happened to him, but these are some of the signs that we've seen. These are old tactics that individuals using. They thinking that these old tactics, right, is going to scare people, because they know that these old tactics have worked before in the past. It's been working for centuries and decades and years and years and years. This is a different era. It's not the same. So this is part 2. I want to send my condolences out to Corey. He got hung on a tree. So you can do your own research about Corey, or you could do your own research about Mississippi. There was a lot of white people that got hung on the trees and got buried and got burnt. They're not going to tell you that. They're going to say a few of them, but a couple of them got hung because they wanted to keep justice and balance. You understand what I'm saying? They understand the assignment. So this is an actual true folks. I want your guys to understand it, because maybe a lot of your guys don't know this. I've been knew this a long time ago. That's why I talked about Quakers. The Quakers still exist. And they don't forget what happened to their ancestors that got lynched, because their parents told them that their grandfather got lynched by an angry mob of whites that lynched another white for upholding the balance and justice amongst the indigenous people of the earth, able descendants. They know. It's actually true facts. So I just want to say this to you. And I wanted to correct my first video. I wanted to correct it, the first video. And I apologize for that brother putting up, the brother with the afro, that was Corey. It was the wrong picture. Corey is on the right. And Corey is on the left, and Trey is on the right. So I corrected, and I wanted to send my condolences out to the family victim, because these are both victims. There's a big investigation going down. They're going to find out what happened. They said that his family said that he came down here to do some rescue mission or something like that. And they said that areas over there, there's a lot of drugs in those wooded areas. It was a encampment. Who knows? Who knows if his children, he got, his wife is black. Who knows? The indigenous wife. I don't know. No one knows. But these are old tactics. If you are upholding the indigenous people, right, of able descendants, you will meet your demise by other people saying that you are a backstabber and that you are in lover. You are in lover, a Nagam lover. That's what I'm doing. You are a Nagam lover, and they will kill you. It's an actual true fact. So these are old tactics. That's what I see with my eyes. That's what I see, the old tactics. Because it happened in New York. It happened in Delaware. It happened in North Carolina, South Carolina. Happened in Mississippi. It happened in a lot of these states where white people, which I call them Quakers, stood up. actually, some of them hid us inside the underground cellar. And some of these underground cellars, not gonna tell you, these was passageways. These was passageways, right, underneath their house that was here way before they even settled in our lands of able lands. Those were our pyramids. Our pyramids. Routes. All the way leads all the way to Canada. The routes that's inside the earth. All the way from North America through Mexico, right? And all the way up to Canada. Those are all able lands. Peace and blessings be upon us. That's an actual true fact. So I just wanted to bring a little bit of knowledge to us, all right? So I also wanted to correct myself. So y'all have an amazing evening. Peace, y'all. Peace, peace. Peace, peace.